What is up, YouTube? This is Toontown 1 bringing you an informational video, and today's topic is the one frog rule actually efficient? Now, in case for anyone that doesn't know, the one frog rule is in the Bullion Mint. You can only use one frog per battle, take the hits from any level 11 cogs that don't die, and tune up and attack the level 11s. And usually people who follow that rule also follow the rule that when there is a group of 4 level 11s, you just lure them. Now, we are going to debunk this. So, first of all, let's get some facts straight. In the Bullion Mint, there are 9 to 11 battles, and it depends what floor you're on. 9 to 11 battles. So, first of all, let's assume that everyone has max sound, so that gives us 12 frogs. 3 for each tune, and there are 4 tunes. 3 times 4 equals 12. So we have 12 frogs to use and plenty of trunks. So let's say the one frog rule is used. That adds 8 to 20 seconds for all the cogs to attack, depending if there's 1 or 2, and it can take up to 20 seconds for a new round for tunes to pick their gags, and it can take 15 to 30 seconds for the cogs to die. And if you're in Nutty River, there's also add plenty of time for lagging. And if you're with tunes training trap, or they're training lure, or they're training tune-up, it just takes forever. And especially with the tune-up, it takes forever. So you can add an extra 1 to 2 minutes per battle for any battle that there are leftover level 11s. Now, since there are only 9 to 11 battles, that leaves us 1 to 3 extra frogs, and that makes it so we can double frog on 1 to 3 battles. However, most tunes do not do this. They lure the level 11, the 4 level 11 Scalacogs. They lure them and they take them out one by one, and then when it comes to the last battle, everyone just frogs, and then we still have leftover frogs, so that just wastes a lot of frogs. And this is also saying if none of them miss. There's always the chance that frogs or sounds could miss. Now, using this strategy takes a lot longer, but you could say it was more efficient because you don't have to lure the cogs. Now, let's look at the 2 frog rule. Let's say you double frog every single time there is a level 11 cog. Now, typical in a Bullion Mint, there are usually 3 or more battles where there is all level 10s or only 1 level 11. So if you double frog every single battle where there is a level 11 cog, you will use up all your frogs within 6 battles, and that still leaves us 3 to 5 more battles in which you would need to lure. Now, let's say there is a sound barrel. First of all, you need to be efficient with your sound barrels. You need to make sure that it is not too far away and that you don't go over the obstacle where you have to push the box and jump over because you are unable to come back. So first of all, you need to make sure, and usually the easiest way to do this is go to Toontown Wikia. Just Google it. Toontown Wikia. Look on Bullion Mint. It lists all the floors and maps for all the floors. So what I always do is when I go into a Bullion Mint, I'm just going to ignore the phone. I'll call him back later. Just wait for this to finish ringing. Alright, shut up, phone. Okay. Oh, come on. I'll call you back later. Alright, so basically what I do is whenever I go into a Bullion Mint, when you first enter the mint, it says at the bottom in gray text or something, it says like Bullion Mint, and then it says what floor you on. Oh, I have the page bookmarked. Bullion Mint, I have it bookmarked. I scroll down to what floor I'm on, and it shows me a map of exactly what's on that floor. So I know where restock barrels are. I know how many cogs are in that Bullion Mint. I know how many cog books I'm going to get for that. And it's just really helpful. I follow the map as I do the Bullion Mint. So what's probably the best thing to do is to just open up that every single time. And if there's a sound restock barrel, look at the map, look where you are. And if there's the thing where you have to push the box, take the restock now. And look, if there's like 2 rooms of each 4 cogs right in front of you, just go do the battles and then easily come back. You don't want to have a bunch of obstacles at the beginning and then all the battles be at the end, and then you have to walk back the entire mint just to get the sound barrel so you can do an extra few battles. It's not worth it. So first, use common sense, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So use Wikia maps. Another thing you can do is restock sound, whether it be SOS or Unite. Now, if you're a big tuner and you have tons and tons of SOS, Unite, or SOS, SOS or Unites, you can just use them. However, you have to keep in mind that it is probably more efficient to use these sound restocks in a Office D, where it'll save you 10 to 15 minutes per run, or you can always, the other best way I can think of is using it after you finish that first round in the CEO and everyone's about to go serve the cogs. Use the sound unite, boom, second cog round done, easy. So if you want, you can always sound restock, but it is not always the most efficient. So, just a quick recap. If you use one fog, you do not have to learn any battles, and you can just double fog the level 11s, usually. However, it takes much longer per battle. If you use double fog, you can easily sound through 6 battles. However, you will have to lure 3 to 5 battles, and this is assuming you don't have any sound SOS. You have to lure 3 to 5 battles, which usually takes a while, especially if you are with unexperienced tunes. So, the question returns. Is it more efficient to use the one fog rule? I would say no. And it is also inefficient, whatever the word is, to use the 2 fog rule. How I usually do it. If they're all level 10s, 1 fog, 3 trunks. If there is one level 11, 1 fog, 3 trunks, and then take out the level 11 easily. I only double fog if there are 2 or more level 11 cogs. And the reason for this is because if you just double fog all the level 11s, you're going to have to lure in the future, and it's easier to just take out 1 level 11 than 2 level 11s. And if you have some stupid tune trying to train tune-up or trying to train trap or drop, they don't have as much opportunity because there's only 1 cog attacking, so if that cog miss or attacks the person training, they can't train tune-up. And if they're training trap or drop, it doesn't take as long, and you can always lure if they drop or put out another trap if they're trapping. But that's if you don't like it when they train. Listen, tunes. It is more efficient to train trap, drop. Just train in buildings, okay? Get a 5-story building. Just train in there with an invasion. It's much easier. Stop training in mints. Stop training in factories. Stop training in boss battles. It is not worth it. It just wastes time. It puts the whole team at risk. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Okay. So, but if you do have training, it's harder for them to train. So this is my idea. How I do it that saves the most time. First of all, do not use Nutty River. The lag is so bad. It takes just as much time waiting for the tunes and cogs to join the battle as it does actually defeating them. So that defeats the whole purpose of being fast. Even if you're not a fan of Toontown Hall, go to toontownhall.com. Every single day except Saturdays, there are invasions. The groups there call invasions, and you can just go to that district and do the run there. Second of all, do not go with trainers and do not go with stupid tunes because it just takes forever. I'm impatient, I'll admit that. I am very impatient, and if there is an annoying tune that is training, I will just leave. I'll just like, you know what, forget this, I'm just going to find a new group. So do not go with those tunes. It is usually best to go with your friends who you know are good and who have maxed sound. Now, I'm not discriminating against soundless tunes or anything, but it is much easier to go with just a bunch of tunes with sound. You can always take a soundless tune if you're patient, but personally, unless I know the soundless tune personally and it's a nice person, I will usually not take soundless tunes. except unless the toon is nice. But if the toon is just being rude, like, oh, you're so mean, you're so stupid, I'm reporting you for not inviting me, I will just ignore them. So anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, it is usually better to just be with smart toons, and don't take the full 20 seconds to choose your gag. Determine who is going to fog first. So some easy ways to determine who's fogging. Go in alphabetical order of toons' names. So if you have a toon name that begins with A, B, C, D, fog in this order. The toon that begins with A, the toon that begins with B, C, D, and just go in alphabetical order of toon's name. You can also go in order of laugh. And let's say there's 2 dogs and 2 cats. You can have the dogs fog together and the cats fog together. Let's say 2 toons' names have Loopy in them. Those can fog together and the other 2 can fog together. There's many ways to make it very efficient. But usually the best thing to do is to choose who is fogging before the battle even begins, or while you're waiting for everyone. This way, as soon as the battle starts, you can choose the gag within the first 5 seconds, and there's no last second, rush to pick. Then sometimes when you rush at the last second, there's like 4 trunks or 3 people use fogs, and it's just wasteful and it takes up a lot of time. So be sure to do that. And also, no training. That takes forever, and it doesn't even get you as much points as a 5-story building, top floor with an invasion. You can easily train gags in buildings. I got, for trap. I hate trap. Wish I got drop. I was at 8,000 points. Within 2 days, I maxed because I just picked up a friend who was training lure, and we just did building after building after building with invasion. And I'll make another video on the most efficient way to train, but that's not important. So, quick overview. 1 fog rule, stupid. 2 fog rule, stupid. So this is what I do. If it's all level 10s, or if there's 1 level 11, use 1 fog. If there's 2 level 11s, then you do double fog. Always use the Bullion Mint maps, which you can easily find on Toontown Wikia, and use common sense when use common sense with the barrels. And if you want, and if you have it to spare, you can always unite. And you can always use level 7 gags too. If you're at like 0 to go, you can just lure, wedding, it's done. So, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I'll answer them. Other than that, thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day. I'll post a new video soon. Let's see, here we go. Bye, everyone.